Hello, everybody. Tim Scoutless here, live from the back lot. Favorite part of this little video, the song, the free song in this video player. Hey, it is Friday, January 19th, episode 3. All right, 3 in a row from live from the back lot here on Facebook, and I'll post this on YouTube afterwards. What are we going to cover this week? A little bit of news. I keep hammering on these poor guys, these poor EVs, and we'll talk a little bit about the 13th month blues. All right, it's about what happens in January. So, checking out the news real quick. So, if you didn't see, Ford is cutting jobs at the F-150 Lightning plant. Just announced today on Automotive News. Yeah, no surprise. Now that doesn't. I want to make one thing clear. Just because we're seeing, and hearing all of these things about EVs, and they're not quite working out the way everybody had anticipated, it doesn't mean that there's going to be none of these. They're coming. They're out there. The manufacturers. It's these are 3 to 5 year plans. So we need to be ready for it. The good news is that it should taper off here unless something drastic happens. But at the end of the day, 1,400 people are going to either retire or move on to another plant at Ford because the EV, the F-150 Lightning, just isn't working out. What else? Hey, it is cold out there. We know if you were at all anywhere in the United States of America, this past week, it was cold, specifically in the Chicago area, and Tesla owners struggled. The number one selling EV in the United States. The charging stations got a little bit of a black eye from some media outlets in the Chicagoland area. Tesla owners were found the hard way that the network can't always overcome these extreme weather conditions. Right. So what happened? Outlets reported that several Tesla owners had to have their vehicles towed after running out of juice while waiting for a charge. I mean, the news camera was there. Now, I think it's a little unfair. Full disclosure, we're kind of picking on them. I imagine that other EV owners, didn't fare as well. Fared the same way. Struggled whether you were driving a Nissan Leaf or a Chevy, is it Volt, or an Audi e-tron or a Mercedes-Benz whatever they are. Didn't matter. But Tesla got the bad press. Part of the problem out of Tesla's control, was totally out of their control. EVs clearly, right, use more energy in the cold weather, as do gasoline. We got that confirmed from the U.S. Department of Energy. They were quick to say the agency was quick to say that gasoline mileage is also about 15% lower in the freezing cold, while EV efficiency can fall by as much as 40%. Tesla said that cold weather best practices would include warming the cabin before leaving home and preconditioning the battery before arriving at a supercharging station. So get your driveway your garage all heated up and insulated and ready to go. So when you have to go outside and go to the charging station, you're in a good spot. All right. So how was your December? Are you suffering from the 13th month blues? So we're talking to dealers these first couple of weeks of the month, and here's what we're hearing. We're a little. So were you a little heavy going into December with inventory? We saw some depreciation. We'll look at the charts here in a minute. We saw some depreciation, and yes, guys held on to it. Sales were really good in December for a lot of dealers. Okay. So what's left, right? Well, two things probably are going on. And what we're seeing is that the inventory that was sold in December was the good stuff. It was priced right. It was your core inventory, low mileage, clean, right? So what's left is all wrong. Okay. So second thing is not hearing that too many folks planned on doing any buying in December because you were so heavy, right? So you didn't buy what you sold. You sold all your good stuff. So now you're sitting here in January, right, suffering from what I call the 13th month blues, right? So you need to look into building on this success from December in January, but you can't bring yourself up to pay these current auction prices. You're like, God dang, right? Stuff's expensive. Well, yeah, cars at auction are expensive. So how expensive were they? Well, let's take a look. Let me blow this up for y'all, right? The Black Book market. Look, so yes, you think it was expensive? Well, it was cheaper. We did see some higher depreciation, so prices have come back. But the prediction, the normal, right, depreciation or prices of wholesale cars based on historical data, that's all we got from Black Book, is it's only going to go up from here. So I would tell you, if you want to get in the game and buy cars at auction, you need to start now because it's only going to go up from here, right, for the next couple of weeks. Now, what else are we seeing? Well, we're seeing increased turn rates at dealerships. Yes, y'all are selling cars just a little bit quicker, okay? And that's going to happen as December was good. I think January, if you've got cars, will be good. And, before you know it, there'll be some tax money coming in. The weather's going to get a little bit warmer. Who knows? It will be going into a selling season. All right, the factors that drive that selling season will be many, okay? But at the end of the day, we're going into the selling season. So you've got to be ready for it. All right, so some shameless plugs here for the parent company. What can you do, right? What should you be thinking about as a dealer, right, to get ready for this? Well, one, I say this every week, guys, up your consumer acquisition plan. Shameless plug for my buddies over at ClearCar, right? You think about here, a couple of easy things. Get more cars out of service, okay? Boom. Set somebody up in there and just start pounding numbers on cars. And don't put numbers on cars you don't need. Put numbers on the cars that you need. 2, double down on whatever your online selling us your car marketing is, whether you've got a KBB ICO but widget, your ClearCar widget, whatever it is, double down on the marketing, get traffic there, and set up make sure the process is good. Okay, you don't want to do that? Go back through your old leads from December. Call those people. Someone told me this week that if they're seeing more people selling their car after 40 days than ever before. Okay. Hey, did you sell your car? Right? Here's a new offer for you. So great way to get some inventory. 2, get with your rep from ACV. Yeah, I'm gonna plug the home team, all right, and refresh your saved searches. Okay, if you're a Max customer, I'll share with you. Make sure you understand how to get to your store core stocking report. Get that information in as your saved searches and create alerts. Okay, it's time to get a little aggressive if you want to be in the game. If you're under inventoried right now, or you've got the wrong inventory. Okay. With ACV, it's a big push. They've got so many new enhancements. You've got to opt into the text message alerts. If you don't know what that means, get with your rep from ACV. Call me. I'll find out who it is for you, and we'll get that all set up for you. All right. A couple of shameless plugs. So, listen. What does this equal? 0 gross. An empty parking spot. You can't sell pavement, right? So get on it. A couple of shameless plugs here now. The passenger seat just dropped. Well, actually dropped back in December, but they're re-promoting it. I got on there with my good buddy Matt Middledorfer from ACV, a fun 15-minute interview that I did down in Scottsdale at Used Car Week. Check it out. Available where you listen to your favorite podcast. I've kind of always wanted to say that. We will be at NADA at the beginning of February. So check us out. The super cool booth. We're having a big party as well. Love to meet up with you. And remember, Live from the Backlot is new. We're available on, I got a new YouTube channel, and we are on the Instagram. Hey, sell them all. You can always buy more. This is Tim Scoutless, Live from the Backlot. We will see you next week.